guys, welcome back to another video. This week I don't have a sewing vlog or a formal knitting podcast. I just had a short period of time and I am somehow put together. I don't have no makeup because my brushes are filthy, my makeup brushes. So I decided to turn my camera on and do like a short catch up of what I have been knitting, what I have not worked on, or it's in hibernation, what I brought to this new setting that I'm visiting my mom, and what I've been super excited to make, read, and just what I've been doing. So if you are into that, just keep on watching. Okay. As you can see, I am not in my usual setting. I'm visiting my mom for the third time this year. I actually didn't came in to spend it with my mom, but I just flew here to spend it with my mother-in-law, which she turned 80 2 weeks ago, and we spent a week celebrating her, and it was amazing, and she had so much fun, and we had actually we had a week of celebration. It was just ridiculous. By last day I was just like, I don't want to talk to you, like I don't want to see you guys, like don't talk to me. And then they call me like the next day, you know, because they don't care. They're Puerto Ricans, there's no boundaries, whatever. Anyway, so this time around I brought a couple of things that I knew I was gonna be able to work with and work on, and then I left some back at home. So last podcast I talked you all about the Withmore sweater that I was held in it, a Chelsea yarn in a red, I think it's called cinnamon bark or something like that. And then, is it cinnamon? I don't know. And then a mohair. I brought this sweater to Puerto Rico last time I visited, and I didn't touch it. It was just so hot and humid. And I know. When it's the summer, you don't want to knit on anything. It's just, you want to be outside, you want to, I don't know, garden, or just be on the park outside, or just enjoy the outsides. We have spent how many months, you know, hibernating inside of our house knitting and doing all these things, and we want to actually go out. So imagine when you spend 3 months out of 7 in a tropical island when it's 85 degrees. So this time around I decided to just bring one whip and then 2 things that I want to cast on. And then here I had some other needs, so I bought some fabrics. I finished a garment that is a sewing item, so I'm going to just show you all that. But let's start with the first thing, which is my whip. And we talked about this in last podcast. This is the Como Revi by Pork Epics Tricoture. Maybe I butchered that, which probably I did. I started this in May, and I'm in love with this. It just feels, I don't know, it feels, I don't know if it happens to you, it happens to me. Sometimes I feel like exhausted. I feel like, oh, I cannot knit another sweater. Like I'm done with knitting. I want to move away. And then I usually do like a quick knit, like a palette cleanse, kind of like a short little cast on, and I never finish those. I know myself, I'm not a sock knitter or a shawl knitter or anything besides a sweater knitter, and it just become daunting and kind of like boring. I feel exhausted. I just feel bored. I'm bored of doing the same thing. And I think with this sweater, I just feel like my attention is constantly there. I'm constantly I'm constantly challenged, right? And I have not lost the joy of, I have not lost the joy of knitting in this. I just love it so much. So last time I talked to you all last, I was about to break or separate for the sleeves, and I finally did. I was working with metal needles, and those metal needles, they were mine. I gave them to my mom, and they were quite blunt. I think they're Knitter's Pride or something like that. And I don't know why I changed the needles sooner, because I cannot knit this yarn, which is 100% bamboo, and it's called Casa Sol, and I cannot find the little tag. I brought it, and I mean, I have a mess here, but this is Rosa. Yeah, I talked about this last time, but it's 100% bamboo. The metal needles, my hands in this yarn don't mix. Wood needles, they do mix. So I finally changed after I separated the sleeves to some like driftwood needles. I think this was my first kind of like big girl knitter set, and I love working with this yarn and these needles. Number one, they're pointier, and yeah, I have a little bit more of a grip with this fabric, so I just have a little bit more control. And at the same time, because we have a lot of like knit 2 togethers, knit 3 togethers and stuff like that, and then the bubble, I can make them quite faster, like faster than before I was not able to make this bubble, and they look even better. I don't know if you can tell. I complained about dropping a stitch last time I was in the plane, and guess what? You're not believe it. I dropped a damn stitch. The first thing, I just put my knitting in my bag without paying attention, and I lost a stitch before I opened the bag. So when I sat on the plane, I was like, this cannot be happening. But because I have a previous experience, I already passed the PTSD of losing a stitch. I was able to get it there. You can tell by now, I don't know where it's at, because it's lost in all this amazingness. So I'm making a size medium. I'm enjoying it. It smells like sweaty hands, and it needs a bath. So I don't know. I'm in the okay, hold on, let me check in what row I am. So I am in row 103, and I have to go to row 151. So I'm not that far away, but I have another couple of bubbles. So I'm right here. So I don't know if you can tell. So I'm right here. So I have to go here and then make the okay, so I'm halfway. I'm not even halfway. I printed this, and then I got the actual chart for my size, and that's what I've been like taking everywhere. I was just like, knit what, and I should have consulted the actual pattern. Like, she gives you all the diagrams on how to make every single stitch. So you have 2 pages of diagrams and the actual description, so you can see the steps visually, or you can read them. So if you cannot understand it, you can read it and try to understand. If not, you have issues. Anyway, I'm kidding. But I love that. It's just a cute little glossary. So I didn't notice that was there. So I was just complaining about the knit 3 together in the last episode, and I didn't know they lean this way or they lean that way. Well, she gives you all the information there. So there was no need for me to be complaining. You need to like just like probably consult your pattern more often. Anyway, so that's the sweater. The only thing that I'm working on. I take this everywhere. I think that's why it stinks, because I just like, I take it everywhere. And then the other thing that, I mean, like, people here, like, I take my knitting everywhere in my house, and my husband knows, like, everybody knows, my kids know, they know, don't complain. Here, my mom and my in-laws, they're like, oh, you're gonna knit again? Like, we're talking. So I have to like seriously put this away and then look at them and be like, yeah, which it's interesting communication, like conversation, like I'm like completely there, but at the same time, like, you know how much time I'm losing here talking without not using my hands. Anyway, so that is the only whip. I have 2 more things that I brought to cast on, so let me get them. So I was saying last time I brought a lot of things and things that weight, and I try to bring an empty luggage, and when they put it on the scale at the airline desk, they were like, you have 48 pounds, and I'm like, what? How? Because this is heavy, okay? So I brought only 2. I left my cross stitch, which I should have brought, oh my god. Anyway, so I brought all these 2 bags with 2 projects here. Number 1, this bag, which is my bag. I brought that same yarn, Casa Sol. This is an Uva something Intenso. I brought this so I start something new, because I thought I was gonna be done by now, because you know I've been doing a lot of talking in a lot of restaurants and a lot of eating out and no knitting. Okay, I should have been done with this sweater. I'm not kidding. So I want to do something with that yarn. I don't know what, so that's to be determined. But I did brought this yarn by Sweet Skein Oh Mine. This is the vintage teacup. I think I have shown you guys this before. I love, and I am going to do this sweater, which is called Effervescent. The only thing, I just have seen so many things that I want to knit with this, and I'm like, no, Melissa, it needs to be something. No, you cannot do it. Well, now today I saw a sweater that is coming out on the 16th, and I want to try to see if I can find a wool in like a black. And then I'll probably, if I can remember the girls handle, I'll put the sweater here. But I think this needs like, this needs to stand out. Maybe I will. Okay, so parenthesis. I was visiting just for 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, okay? My husband wants me to stay 2 more weeks, and then he wants me to go to Knoxville or to Chattanooga, Tennessee, I don't know where, and then spend a week there and then go to Seattle. Like, I mean, my tomatoes. I've been eating, my squirrels are eating my tomato, okay? And I need to fight with something, okay? And I really miss my relationship with my squirrels. Like, seriously, I hate those stupid things. I used to live in Arkansas, and they had the squirrel festival. People eat those things, okay? And they were like, all these dishes made from squirrels, and I was just like, oh my god, how bad. You know, they kill those poor little creatures, so cute. I mean, in Seattle, I don't know what they feed, people feed these stupid squirrels, but there's something, okay? I just can't. But I missed it. I missed, like, you know, that, I don't know, just like unhealthy relationship. Anyway, so I may order a black or a contrasting color to work on that sweater that I talked about 5 minutes ago before I digressed like 3 times, because I think I'm gonna be here for long. So, but I brought the magazine, the yarn, 2 skeins. I left 1 at home because I was just like, you know, I'm gonna finish the one that I'm working on, then I'm gonna make the other one with the other bamboo yarn, and then I'm gonna start that. I have not done shit. I have not finished anything. I need to keep up. I need to speed it up. Anyway, so I brought the needles. The only thing that I have not cast this on is because it's a button-up sweater. It means that I have to make it up to the armpits, then I have to make the sleeves, and then I have to make, why? That's why I have not cast it on. I need to move on. Anyway, I brought the size US 4 or 3.5 millimeter for the hem, and then this is for the body. And so everything is in this French Supply Co. bag, which I feel bag. I bought the pattern to make this, and I have not done it. I don't know. I love these bags. I love this color, by the way. Just like insane. Besides that, I brought from Sandy by the Lakeside. She sent me this, my little Notion Notion bag, and thank God I did, because my mom's Notions, I don't get it. Anyway, so that all is living in a basket that I bought a couple of visits back, and then when I arrived, my mom leave that basket empty so I can put everything in there, and I keep myself organized, because you know my mom have organization issues. She used to be a military, she could be a great military basic training trainer, because she is insane with organization. Anyway, so let me show you what I've been sewing. Okay, so what I have been making in the last 2 weeks that I have been here. Last week I went to my friend to the beach, and I was telling her, oh, I remember to go with my other friend and get our custom swimsuits. This you know, in an island, sometimes, and at least here, the culture and you know your social thing, the social thing to do on Sundays is just to go to the beach. All groups have different places they like to go, and I used to spend every Sunday, went to the beach, spend the whole day. I was very tan, and my friends who have lived here, they have done that for years, forever, since we know, probably since we came out of the womb. And with my other friend, my friend Delma, we used to go and get our bathing suits custom made, and they were like $25, $30. So I was telling my other friend, Marielle, I was telling her, you know, I miss those days that you can get a custom swimsuit for very cheap. And I had a drawer, okay? Because of course you need to have something different every day, or you know, a couple of days. So she said, yo, there's a girl, or there's a lady here that makes bathing suit. We should go and check it out. And I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, of course, let's go. So we went to this place, and out of the bat, my friend loved a specific style, and she asked how much the style was, or how much will it cost to make it in a different fabric. It was, she had a bunch of like designs, so you it's not like you pick that design you buy. It's just like you pick design and you pick everything. It's custom. Anyway, so the lady was like $120, and I look at her, I was just like, what? And I look at the design, I was just like, what? I try to be very cautious, because you know, if that is your business and you feel like you deserve $120, I respect that, but I have also the choice if I want to buy it or not. I mean, like, it's just like logic 101, I guess, right? So I asked her how much will be if I want to order like a bunch of thongs, which is what my daughter likes to wear on the beach, and she said $35. And we're just like, okay. So we're just like, okay, maybe the bottom is 30 and the top is 30. I can pay, you know, $60-70 for a custom bathing suit. It's totally doable. So I found one that I like. It was just like a triangle, a ruffle just like this, which it was an afterthought because it was not attached to the actual swimsuit. It was just like looped it into the strap, but it was not detachable, but it was loose. So you cannot detach it, but it was just like looped it in, but it was not attached here. It was just it was weird. Anyway, so she said $95. And was just like, no, that's too expensive. I cannot pay that. And she looked at me and she was like, she got pissed. Like, she got mad. And I was just like, okay, you know, you all asked 95. I said, no, it's expensive. It's just like the trade, right? Anyway, she got mad. She stopped talking to us. She didn't want to say nothing besides that. And I'm just like, okay, you know, like, sorry, I'm being too honest. It's expensive. Anyway, so we left and I said, I can make that for cheaper. And it's been 4 minutes. Let's do a quick catch up and let's talk 4 minutes about what I'm going to show you. But I went to Etsy and I found this pattern, and I'm gonna put it right here, and then the name of it because I forgot. And I bought the design. She had a couple of designs, and I bought a 2-piece, and then I bought the top and then the bottom. I think the bottom and then the other one are the same. I have not printed the 2-piece combo. I decided to make first the one strap, and here is the one strap. So I posted this on my Instagram wearing it. I'm sorry, you know, whatever. I love this. It looks so good on. I made also the high-waisted bikini bottom. I truly was a little worried about the back. We usually use it, I would say, smaller than this. It's just part of our culture. We don't mind showing our floppy butt anywhere, and I wanted something high-waisted. So I was a little worried about this when I made this and I shared it on the stories. I was a little bit worried. Number one, by measurements, I was of size large. And when I tried it, it was too big. And I went down to a size medium, and thank God I did, because it's perfect. I can probably work on this because it's a little, I have a little bunching on here, so I can take a couple of, I don't know, like a little wedge out of here just to make it flat into my back. I was a little bit worried also about the back because I thought it was going to ride up my booty, and it did not ride up my booty. It stays. I don't know if it's because of the elastic or I don't know, but it stays. Beautiful, super easy. I made a couple of mistakes, especially on the bottom, because you have to make the outer shell, and then you attach the band, and then you attach elastic right here, and then you attach the lining, and you attach it in a weird way, and I have to unpick a couple times, so that was fun. It was not, but it ended up, you know, I ended up right at the you know, right time. The only thing I don't have, my mom doesn't have a serger, and when I bought her one, I bought so I can finish all the seams and make them look crisp. This one doesn't have that because my mom doesn't have one, but that's going to be, I'm gonna pick that up today. And then what I'm gonna say about the top, the only thing, this has very little support. I'm a size B cup, and I don't know if you're a bigger cup, if this will work for you. It worked for me because I have no boobs. The only thing, if I'm going to make it again, I'm just gonna probably add like an inch to this strap, because it just like cuts into, like, it's right here, and I wish it was like this, you know, it's a little bit lower. So I think just adding a little bit here will do the trick. You have a little tuck here, I don't know if you can tell, right here for the volume. And it was quite easy. This was easy. And I thought it was not gonna be easy because you have, I don't know if you can see, you have it's double lined, and you have the pockets for your little, this little things. And I like to wear those. I don't know, just make your boob look a little bit more smooth. So, super easy. I spent the $11 for the pattern, and almost $12, and then I spent $9 for the outer fabric, and then 7 something, almost 8 for the lining. The elastic, I got just what I could find. I couldn't find the swimsuit one. So I will say this one, if I'm just going to fragment, I'm gonna just add, okay, so it was $13 for the pattern. I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna use it a couple times, I'm just gonna divide it in two. So $6.50 plus, let me do that math right now. Okay, so $9 plus I think it was like $9 plus 8 plus I would say $6.50 for the pattern plus the elastic, which it was just like let's do like $4 just to, nope, I was gonna do 400. Okay, so I spent $27.50 on this bathing suit. I mean, I made it for cheaper. Okay, just because I got into the swimsuit bug, I wanted to do more, and I forgot to tell you that I got half a yard of the lining and half a yard of the outer fabric, and I was able to get both pieces. They're both of mediums with half and half. So I went to another store that I wanted to go this day that I got that fabric, and I went yesterday and got more fabric. I got this 4-way stretch lycra, and I got 1 1/4 just because the other 2 fabrics that I bought, they are quite thin, but I think these are so nice that I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a lining for the other 2 fabrics. If not, it's gonna be, but love this fabric. It's just super thick and it's just black. I mean, like that one shoulder in black, oh, so good. I got this one, half a yard just for the outer. This one is a little thicker, I have to say. There were so many color combinations when I got this one, so it was quite nice. And then the last one, and this one is thinner, quite thin, is this neon pink the lizard python fabric, and I mean, can you see it? It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, and the last thing before I die of hunger is I got this fabric, which is a gauze, and it has an edge to it. Let me open it up a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna make myself some cute little breezy, easy dress, but this is quite thin. I got 3 1/2 of it, and I mean, it's so pretty. I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna make with that. I know I got 3 1/2, so I washed it. It's washed and I dried it, and I got a lining fabric, the exact same one that I used for that dress that I made, the blue one, the princess scene one, the one that I just uploaded a vlog, and I will link that one for you on the description box. But that one I got, I bought that pungy, it was a pungy lining, whatever. I got the same one. That one was $7. What is going on? Oh, it's like I have like a square, and it looks like I have like a curl up. So that one was 6 something. I think it was like $6.89, $2.50. $2.50. I think when you go in Raid, they have every single color that you can imagine. I think I'm gonna get every single freaking color and just take it home, because $2.50. Is it? And I washed it. It's washed and dry. It looks quite nice. So I was like, what? $2.50? Give me 4. She was like, why do you need that many? Well, it's $2.50. $2.50. I mean, okay. So that's it. Before I go, the other thing that I have enjoyed it so much is this book. And it's really easy, summer read, beach vacation read, whatever you, silly, not silly. It's just kind of like lightweight, a lightweight read. And I said that I was going to read a book a month, and I have not read it. So I got this one. I have one in my phone, and every time I have somewhere that I have to wait, I just like read in it. I have not finished, but this one, guys, I'm halfway through, and yesterday I didn't want to read on it because I don't want to finish it. I read half of it in a day. If I'm gonna do a little bit of a plot, it's a couple. They met in some circumstances, and then this is a story of their love and their relationship when they met, and they started to date, and then now. And she takes you into a roller coaster. Some days, some chapters, which is then, right back in the past, they feel so like, I don't know, hopeful and nice, and I don't know, you just feel the joy of like meeting somebody and that kind of like electricity, and I don't know, just like you're excited to meet this person. And then it's a couple of years later and they're having a little bit of struggle, so you feel the pain and the hurt, and just in a way also you feel a little like you cannot do anything for these people, you cannot help, but you feel like you're involved in the relationship in a way. So I love it. It's not too raunchy, is it? It's just, you don't have a lot of like descriptive sex, which I like. An erotica, if we're gonna say that, you know, a book that has some splashes of like very like 50 Shades of Grey, like 50 Shades of Grey. Those have very vivid like descriptions of the sex scenes. Sometimes I love those, and they're like fun in a way. And I have read some books that are better than 50 Shades of Grey, like better. But this one doesn't have any of that. Just very glows over. It happens, but it's lightweight. I don't know. I just got nice, fine. I don't like very. I don't know. I go through phases. Sometimes I like very deep and dark. Heavy books. Sometimes I just want to read like summer romance, breezy, easy things. Sometimes I want to read about finances, and sometimes I want to read about yoga and meditation, you know. And it's been I think since I have started, I don't know, I was such an avid reader, and then cancer hits and I lost track of everything. Of my reading. I have not been consistent with my sewing. I at least have been consistent with my knitting, and then I'm trying to navigate and kind of like recover the little pieces that they're still there, which I have tons of pieces to pick up, but I'm excited to go back to reading. Anyway, I don't think this is gonna be a short catch up, but I'll try. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. I hope to be back soon, and I hope to, okay, now that I'm gonna have a solo lunch, I'm just gonna take this with me and see if I can make a couple rows or make a couple repeats. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon, and I love you all, and I'll see you. Bye.